Hey there, I basically want to vlog about thoughts I was having about quitting my job. The main reasons why I considered quitting because it's not a healthy work environment. Well, number one, I didn't appreciate how my manager, boss, whatever, basically threw in my face so fast, firing me. Number one, about knowledge that he didn't even properly have anyway. He was basically going along with the gossip, like the classic gossip, he said, she said thing. And, the other person, like the actual official person who signs the check that I was talking to over the phone, the actual official boss, I don't know why the hell they decided to make it seem that way. I know it wasn't at all like that, and I can say that until I'm blue in the face. Like it honestly wasn't like that. I don't know how they had taken that way, and on another level, I don't care because I feel personally it's not my problem when people take things the way they do. I mean, it's not my problem if what I said just hurt your feelings, or I mean, if it makes you cry, or if you get all sensitive by my words, because words are words and your own interpretation of those words it's basically your fault. It is basically like, your choice of how you interpret those words. It's just like what I blatantly believe. But of course, if it's someone near and dear to me, I do have a little bit more compassion, a little bit more consideration for words, I guess, my word choices. But just because I didn't know this person on a personal level doesn't mean that I got on the phone, I was rude with them. Like I said, I can say it like a million times, just like I was saying to my manager who was in my face that day. Look, sir, when I say there was none of that at all, I mean it. I don't even know where this is coming from. Like the idea that you're saying right now, I'm so unaware of it. I'm really confused. I don't know what you're talking about because there was none of that for me. But it didn't matter. He just kept basically shaking it off and, of course, saying his little remarks. And I was just left sitting there really confused. But I mean, it's a grimy fast food job. So things like that are going to happen. I know now all I have to do is just basically like grit my teeth, say, be really plain as I can there, and just show up and be the quiet worker basically. Not that I'm ever the one to bust through the doors and, hey man, how you doing? How's your weekend? Oh man, no, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of person anyway. But I know now definitely I do just have to keep a low profile, like at all times. Not say anything unless I'm spoken to. And whenever I do, it's always yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, in a very plain tone. Nothing that they can tweak and be like, like if I say yes ma'am, they'll be like, excuse you, you need to fix your tone, because people do that. People do that a lot. People do that so often, especially as one coworker who happens to be a manager. They do that so often. Their name is Isha. They do that crap all the time. They do that mess all the time. With me especially. And it really pisses me off. And in the moment, of course, I feel defenseless because I'm like, okay, they actually rude and bitter towards me, but I know I'm kind of held to a certain standard because if I decide to act the same way with them, then my ass is fired. So I'm kind of forced to be kind of plain and vague anyway. But to get back on topic, I go off topic so much. To get back on topic, basically, I didn't appreciate how fast the manager threw that in my face of firing me. Number two, well, I guess number one, because it was something so petty. Two, of a false information. And no matter how much I kept telling that fool, no, this is what happened. Staring him dead in his face, look, that didn't happen. This wasn't at all the truth. He didn't care and he basically just ignored me anyway. Um, and then three, there he was throwing that crap in my face and saying his smart little remarks in the tone and, with a look on his face that he was right in front of me. And he was basing all that crap off of knowledge he didn't even fully have because he wasn't in the conversation. He didn't even know fully how it was, but because it was one of like those she said, he said kind of things, I mean, that still doesn't give you the right to talk to me the way you did and then throw that whole firing me thing in like my face, like in the way that he was saying the things he was and the looks on his face and I was right there in front of him. Yeah, that didn't make me feel too good. So basically I was considering quitting because my trust had been shaken. It still is shaken. It's gonna be shaken, from till the end of time, and until I guess I'm not working there anymore. About those people, especially about that manager, because it's just like, you throw that in my face so fast, like you jumped to that so damn fast, and not to mention because it was over something that petty that again you weren't even a part of. You weren't aware of anything, and then you do that. No, I don't appreciate that. So that makes me feel really unsettled, uncomfortable. And it makes me feel incredibly, you can even say it was a bit disturbing actually. Just to, like, for me to really think about logically just how much that whole conversation that day didn't make any sense. Yeah, but I also convinced myself that to not quit because I need money right now. I do, for bills that I have, and also, I'm a young guy. I mean, I guess you can say I have like young sea legs or fresh sea legs. I think that's like the term. And I mean, the bills and everything else, finances is only gonna stack. It's only gonna keep growing. So, I mean, even with idiotic stuff like that, I'm just gonna have to throw it on my shoulder. And that's exactly what I'm gonna have to do. I have another shift actually, a few hours today, a few hours from now actually. You know, um, and I'm just gonna have to toss it on my shoulder and let it be in the past. Even though now I know that everyone's gonna be looking at me, and it's gonna be a heck of a lot easier to pin things on me even more. And that's another reason why I wanted to quit, because I just don't feel comfortable in that environment anymore. I know it's gonna be happening a lot more. Like they're gonna be trying to pick out anything they can with my tone, or if let's say I didn't hand them something fast enough, they're gonna say I have attitude, I need to go home, or I know things like that are gonna happen. Like I said, I gotta toss it on my shoulder because I, as always, right, always have to just kind of like bear through the crap. I really do. Like, have to just be a witness to people and their dumb behaviors, and just like have to take it. I wish it weren't that way, but whatever. Yeah, just gotta toss it over my shoulder. You know, um, I need money, and I know that I can't, like, whenever idiotic things like this happens or allegations against me that are false or that aren't true, or I feel unprotected at work and kind of vulnerable and no, isolated. That's the word. I mean, I can't always quit. I can't always try to get out of it. I mean, jobs aren't easy to come by, especially with this new rule that you absolutely have to be 18 to get a job. And then, of course, it's so tedious to get a job anyway because all the applications and interviews and everything. I mean, it just, yeah, it's not easy. But I'm also gonna say, I know staying there at this job is not gonna be easy because, like I said, my trust is just shaken forever with those other people, and especially with that same manager. Um, yeah, it's gonna be really weird in the air, like probably for a few weeks, probably like for a few months. But whatever. I mean, they can keep a grudge against me. I'm just gonna go there tomorrow, get my hours, and leave. For the next few weeks, next few months, it's probably gonna have to be like that. Just go in there, get my hours, and leave. Gotta toss this mess over my shoulder because I need money. That's what it comes down to. That's exactly what it comes down to. Money. And besides, like I said, I was looking him plain in the face, saying over and over again, "Sir, I don't understand what this is. I don't know what they're talking about." He didn't care. All I am is a little droid, you know. They don't. There was just no care there. I said what I said, and it was completely ignored. They don't care. I'm just another droid to them, just another employee that they can easily replace. So in a few more hours, because it was 1:18 in the fucking morning, it's 1:18. I'm just gonna show up there, get my hours, and leave. Respond as plainly as possible as I can to those people. Even then, I know they're probably gonna try to say, there's a tone, there's attitude, but whatever. Gotta do what I gotta do. I'm gonna try to toss this over my shoulder. It was completely idiotic. Overblown, but I mean, life. Life, I guess. I'm out.